Electricity is inseparable from our daily life. A large percentage of the world's electricity generation relies on burning carbon-emitting fossil fuels that contribute to the continuous release of CO2 and other greenhouse gases into the atmosphere. Mother Earth is warming, and the species on this planet are suffering. With the demand of energy increasing, the switch to clean energy is imperative. Hi, and welcome to this episode of Fun Facts. I'm Chris. Today, let's talk about nuclear power. The challenge for the electricity industry comes from the tensions apparent in an energy trilemma: how to deliver a safe and reliable supply to acceptable environmental standards while containing tariffs at a reasonable level. The edge of nuclear power over other clean energy alternatives, such as wind, hydro, and solar power, is obvious, especially when it comes to price, availability, and reliability of performance. There's no getting around the fact that it is hard for us to sustain without the convenience and benefits brought by nuclear power. Conceivably, you may have concerns over its safety, as probably you've all heard about the horrible scene of the Fukushima nuclear disaster and its dire aftermath. Many of us may have been left with the impression that nuclear energy always comes at the expense of radiation pollution. But is that true? Will a nuclear reactor explode as an atomic bomb? The energy released and composition of uranium in a reactor is very different from that of an atomic bomb. Think of it as comparing the alcohol content of beer to strong liqueur such as vodka. A nuclear reactor uses low enrichment fuel with 2% to 5% U-235 and is equipped with a control system that properly controls the power produced. While an atomic bomb uses high enrichment fuel with over 90% of U-235 to create a massive chain reaction and produce a great amount of energy at once. Therefore, a reactor is not capable of exploding like an atomic bomb. While many of us are worrying about radiation, it is in fact part of our daily lives. The Earth is naturally radioactive, and so is the air we breathe, the food we eat, and the ground we stand on. And as such, it is highly likely that we are exposed to radioactivity while involved in daily activities, watching TV, taking a flight, or going on a hike. And you know what? Even eating a banana. So you may wonder, for radiation, how much is considered safe for humans? It is recommended that lifetime cumulative exposure is not to exceed the age multiplied by 10 millisieverts. Every time you eat a banana, you will be exposed to about 0.1 millisieverts of radiation. That is to say, a 20-year-old, for example, needs to stuff himself with 20 million bananas in one go to reach the lethal radiation level. So it is obvious that bananas can never pose any threat to your life. How about the nuclear power station? Would that cause serious or even fatal damage to people working there? It has been estimated that the annual limit of a worker in a nuclear power station is less than 20 millisieverts. For those exposed to additional radiation through work, such as radiotherapists or workers at nuclear power stations, the dose received is usually controlled by limiting the time of exposure. The good news is that radiological contamination is not readily transferable. Changing clothes, wiping the skin with a damp cloth, and showering are effective means of decontamination. Before we find the perfect fuel, a diversified fuel mix is the best option for achieving an environmentally friendly approach to meet our energy demands. Among the low-carbon energy combination, nuclear power has an important role to play. That's all for today's Fun Facts. See you next time.